Hi, you guys. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. I hope that you all are having a um, fantastic, wonderful weekend. Okay. Hopefully, you're taking some time out to, spend with your family, your loved ones, the people that are most important to you, and the people maybe that are closest to you. I wanted to get on today and talk about the transformation of the mind. So this is and relates to, when we are leaving one season and going into another, that we have to continuously renew our minds in the things of God, and we have to stay in a steady mindset of, where we are. So our mindset was one way in the last season, and now we have come into the new season and our mindset is in a different you know um mindset, and it is to sustain us, to where we are in the moment and where we are transitioning into, and where we are going into. So two scriptures I have are Romans 12 and 2. This is the ESV version. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God and what is good and acceptable and perfect. The second scripture is Romans 4 and 17, King James Version. As it is written, I have made you father over many nations, in the presence of him who he believed, God, who gave life to the dead and caused those things which be not as though they were. So how those two scriptures will tie into my message is, speaking those things that, you can't see, and the things that you don't believe. So renewing your mind, getting up in a positive posture and a positive gesture, going forward saying, today I'm going to have a good day. Today I won't let my emotions affect me. Today, I look nice. I look beautiful. My kids are the best kids. Uh, uh, I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me. Um, I can do this, I can do that. Just start setting little goals for yourself where you can go back and think and be positive, in your mindset and in your thinking pattern. So when you have a thinking pattern that comes up about something old or something negative, and just hit it with something positive and say, what, I wasn't, I'm not there anymore. I was there, but I'm not there anymore. Satan, get behind thee. We have to rebuke Satan, and Satan, you're a liar. Call these things out. When these things try to come and manipulate your mind and play on your insecurities, or even just your emotions just in general, or just try to trick you and cause you to be confused where you are, and really nothing's wrong with you, but it's just that, the enemy trying to speak little things into your mind to get you off track and make you feel like, you're not on the right track, or nobody will want you, or no one needs you, or you can't do this, or you can't do that, you won't be worthy enough. Hit those things with, I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me. I am strong. I am faithful, I am wonderful, I am true, I am love, I can show love, I'm worthy, I love, people, just whatever you want to say and whatever you want to put in that little box of yours, that you can pick out things to where, you can reread. So when you're having a bad day, to feel the negative. So when the negative comes, we have to hit it with a positive to drown out. And eventually, the negativity will be drowned out to where, it will begin to affect you less and less. Then you'll get to a point in a time in your life, in a position to where you'll be like, I can't even think of the last time I had this negative thought, or this negative way of thinking, or, anything like that. And you just sit back and be like, wow, I can't even remember. And it's just, that's the way of getting out of a negative mindset. And a lot of people always ask, how do I get out of a negative mindset? And it's always important to remember it's important the things that you entertain with your eyes, the things that you listen to, and the people you are around. So that's why it's always say, that's why it says, to guard your gates. It is very important because what goes into you, you know what I mean, it sits in you and it marinates and it has to digest. And we feel like just because we're around people and we feel like it's not doing any harm to you in the moment, you feel like it is okay. But we have to always remember, whatever we entertain, it comes into our houses. And that's the same concept. It's for our bodies. Whatever we entertain outside of the house, it comes into our house. So the same thing for with your body. Take that same concept. So that's why people always say, you have to watch, what you do, what you say, who you're around, what you're thinking, the things that you are watching, because those things are being implanted and they are being embedded into your spirit, man. And many times people can say, I do this or I do that, it never bothers me and this and that, until a situation arises. And then that spirit that's on you, it's time to shine. So, and then you have a situation to where you're like, I didn't even know I felt like that, or I don't even know why I even exploded like that, or I don't even know why I even said that, or I don't even know why I even did that. So things can be embedded into us, not knowingly, subliminally. That's why, watching certain things, it gets embedded into us. And then when situations arise, we automatically react in a manner to where we feel like, that was a bit odd for me to do that. And then you get in a place and you're questioning yourself, like, why did I even do that? Like, that's not even my character. Or in your mind, you're thinking, I wasn't thinking that, my body just kind of did its own thing. Or sometimes some people say, it feels like something just took over me in the moment and I don't know what happened. So that's a prime example. I'm quite sure you've had instances like that where, you've been in a situation and it just, has taken over you. And, we have to be mindful, and the things that we watch, the things that we say and the things that we do, we have to protect our gates at all costs. So every time we have a negative thought, or even when someone's talking around us that is negative, eliminate yourself from the situation or try to help them to be positive. In the situation, instead of using derogatory words and a lot of profanity, you know what I mean? Just try to get the person, just say, hey, whatever, let's say something positive today. Let's speak positivity over our lives. Let's speak positivity over our families. And sometimes if people can't be positive, most of the time it's people that gossip, this and that and that and that and this, and then they just have a lot to say about everything and anything and whatever else, how they feel and how they don't feel and how they want to feel, and wherever they have an opinion about everything. And that's just people that are miserable in general. But I'm saying we have to allow ourselves to get into a place where we have enough security and enough confidence and enough strength to say, what, I am not going to listen to this. I'm not going to entertain this. I don't care if they get mad. I don't care if they get offended, but I need to protect my mind right now. I need to protect the things that I'm hearing, and even more so the things that I'm seeing, because sometimes we can get around a lot of people, and everyone's laughing and joking, and they're saying things and stuff like that, and a lot of people think it's fine, but then sometimes some jokes are just not funny, and some jokes, they are funny, but we have to remember the words that are being said to us. You know what I mean? They are life. So that's where, life and death is in the power of the tongue. So we have to be very mindful of what we're saying, to people, and then things that we're allowing people to say to us. And, sometimes we laugh at it, or we engage into what they're saying and we egg it on. We are receiving what they are saying to us. Whatever they are speaking over our lives and speaking into our spirit, we are accepting that by indulging and allowing and wanting the stuff to flow with us. We allow that. And this goes for a lot of things in our lives. We allow things into our lives and we don't even know. We give the enemy the okay and we don't even know. And sometimes we wonder why, why are we in such a rut? Why, am I thinking like this? Why, you know, do I feel like this? We have to be mindful at all times. And some people feel like, it does not take all of that to become better or be a follower of Christ and, to be in God. And it does take a lot because, our main thing is our gates, our ears and our eyes, and the things that we say, we have to protect that at all costs. And yes, of course, there's going to be some things that we just can't get away from. Those aren't the things I'm talking about. Life is going to happen and there's nothing that we can do about it, but I'm talking about the things that you can change and the things that you can distance yourself from in those type of areas. So down to the music, if just something simple, you like music, say, you like Nipsey Hussle, or you like Snoop Dogg, or you like Cardi B. I don't know about her music, if you can censor that out a lot, but instead of all the cussing and derogatory language, try to play the clean version, or try to find songs that have more so of a meaning to them. Sometimes some people just like in listening to instrumentals, whatever your whatever you like, you know what I mean? Just try to switch it up a bit, just try something new. If you're tired of thinking the same way and being negative, and or just even being around negative people, I'm telling you, if you take the time and give yourself a week or 2 weeks, and just start listening to some music that doesn't have a lot of cussing, or a clean version music, or even just instrumental type of music, I'm telling you, within 2 weeks, you're going to notice a difference in your thought process and the way you do things, in the people that you want to hang around with, because then there will begin to be a shifting in your spirit, because you're starving something that's have been affecting you for so long, and then now you have a chance to deal with exactly what it is and why you were so drawn to certain things, to allow it to sit in your spirit or your mind, and things like that. So remember, transformation of your mind comes from within. We have to speak the positive things over our lives, down to the things that you don't like. Speak them into existence. You know what I mean? Saying, I don't like my weight. You can say, I'm getting smaller. I'm doing better. You did good. You did better than you did last week. Your diet's better. You're thinking a lot better. You're walking a lot better. You did do an extra 5 minutes on exercise, and that's great. You did eat a little bit better. You ate one less cookie today. You did drink some extra water today, or you were nice to this person when you could have cussed them out. Things like that. We have to hit it with positivity. And also, if we have friends that are always so negative, kind of distance yourself from that, because we're in a time, and we'll always continuously be in a time to where we need positive people. We need people that are going to push us to our limits in everything. We are going to go through life, but I'm saying we don't have to go through life with a sour tongue, or just being sour, just being upset. We don't have to go through life like that. We choose, how we react to things and how we want to feel, for the most part. What did they say? I think they said 10% is of, what did they say? 10% of arguments are, 10% of an argument is the tone, and 90%, or I forgot what it was. I don't know. But we have to just continue just to go forth, and just remember, God's with us, and, for us to stay out of a place of just being stuck and being stagnated, we just have to renew our mind. And that starts off with being positive. And that's it. Read some positive quotes, read a scripture or two on positivity and what God, does for us, and the fruits of the spirit, just positive things. Release yourself from the old so that you can go into the new, because we can go into a season to where we have all the qualifications to be there, but we don't have the mindset and the character to withstand our position. And that's a hard place to be in. That is a very uncomfortable place to be in. And you will struggle. You will be tired and you will feel like, this is too much. So we have to continuously renew ourselves, renew our minds from the old and going into the new. If you have a problem and you feel some type of way and you just feel like, I just can't get past this part because I feel like this and I just don't want to speak any positivity, or if you're just really struggling in this area and in a certain specific thing, take it to God in prayer and fast on it. If he leads you to do so, and he will show you, what is the issue and what is it rooted in, so you can get to the bottom of it, or you can get a better understanding, like, oh, that's why I've been feeling that way. Many times we have emotions and we can't even explain them, or we don't even know sometimes where they come from, or many times we don't even know that we are acting a certain way. Other people may tell us and we're like, no, I don't think I'm acting that way, or I don't feel like I present myself that way, and people are like, yeah, you do, you are. And you know what I mean? And sometimes we just don't know, and sometimes it's okay because we're still learning. We just have to learn and continuously go forth. But, transform your mind with positivity. Let's take out some of that negative. You know what I mean? Take off some of that, old baggage. It's too heavy. Let's do something new. Let's stop entertaining mess and stop entertaining the misery. And, instead of, wanting to pop off on somebody or pop off at the situation, let's try to hit it with something positive. And pray for the person, like, God, I want to cuss this person out so bad, or if she say something else to me and it's on, let's take those situations and say, you know what, I am so upset with this person right now, but you know what, I'm gonna try something new. I'm not gonna call and cuss him out. I'm not gonna call Sally, Sue, Bill, Bob, and talk about him. You know what I mean? I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna pray for them instead. Let's try that. And a lot of people say, what, prayer ain't gonna do this and that, but prayer goes a long way. Just try it. Renew your mind. The things that you used to do, find a new way of doing it. Even with weight, if you're trying to lose weight, and a lot of times with weight loss with a lot of folks is mentally, it's more of a mental challenge because of the things that they like to eat, and they feel like, I can't give this up, or I don't want to give this up, or I need this or I need that, or a craving or a fiending for certain foods or certain junk foods. They feel like they need it, they have to have it. It's a mental thing. A lot of things are just mental. You have to renew your mind. Everything negative, hit it with the positive, and that's how you're going to renew your mind. That's how you're going to get out of the rut and the mindset that you are in, and that's how you're going to elevate in your mindset as you are moving through life. So that's it. That's all I have. And continue to stay positive and continue to stay moving forward. I love you guys. Have a good weekend.